Hey, what's up guys? Eddie here as DJ11 from JaetMusicStudios. Today we got a quick tip just about double low cutting some of your sounds. This can be a controversial topic depending on who you speak to and also depending on what style of music you're making. But really, double low cutting some of your sounds can add a lot of clarity and punch to your kick drum. So on that, let's have a couple of quick examples of what I mean by double low cutting your sounds. And then we'll show you a few examples of how much impact this can have. So let's do it. So a point of this technique is to clear out a lot of the residual low end that is almost inaudible compared to the rest of the track when it's playing. So I've done a low cut on each of these and balanced it in the mix, and then I performed an additional low cut on the group to really clean it up so it sits well with the sub. Yeah, you see how it's sort of popping up as it slopes down here. That energy that can build up across the entire track and take away from the clarity and punch of the kick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an additional low cut, but the key to this technique is that I don't change the sound that I'm cutting. I'm going to maintain this 48 decibel cut because I want to maintain as much information here as I can. So as I turn it on, I'm going to increase this, and as I start to hear a change in the sound, that's where I know I need to stop and back it off just a little bit. You can hear there's change there. So you can hear as I turn that on and off, there is no change in the sound. You can still see a little bit popping up down there, but if I take this away, you still see there's more popping up down there. So it could probably even do with another low cut. One thing to note as well when you're doing this sort of double low cut is you don't want the low cut happening at exactly the same location. When you're doing these kind of low cuts, especially with this steep 48 dB low cut, what happens is there tends to be a little resonant bump in the sound where the cut starts. And if you double up on the exact frequency, then you double up on the resonance. And that might sound good, but in this case, I don't want to have that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the entire track. I've got an acid group here, I've got atmospheres, I've got another atmosphere group. I'm going to go through every one of these sounds again and make this additional low cut just with the native Ableton EQ. And then we're going to compare the punch of the kick as it's playing with the whole track, what it's like before and after the low cuts throughout the track. So hopefully you can really hear a big difference between those two comparisons. When that technique is applied, for me, the low end really tightens up. The kick has a lot more punch and impact. The low end seems to have a lot more control, and you can imagine how much better that would sound on the dance floor compared to when that technique is not applied. Okay, guys, happy music making.